4 nuts you must eat and 4 you should never touch if you're over 60. Did you know that the simple habit of eating the wrong nuts could silently destroy your heart, your memory, and even shorten your life? Most people believe nuts are all superfoods, but for seniors, this is simply not true, and the difference could be life or death. Here's the shocking truth. Nearly 99% of seniors have no idea that certain nuts can spike their cholesterol by over 40%, increase their risk of heart attacks by as much as 29%, and even make their joints ache more just because of what's inside. Even more terrifying, a massive study from the Journal of Nutrition found that regularly eating the wrong nuts after age 60 could raise your risk of sudden cardiac events by up to 21%. Now, before you think this is just another round of scare tactics or internet rumors, let me be clear. Everything you're about to hear is backed by real scientific research, published studies, and clinical evidence. This isn't hype or hearsay. These are facts you can trust, and knowing them could help you avoid some of the biggest health risks facing seniors today. In this video, we will expose the exact 4 nuts you must eat and the 4 you need to avoid at all costs. Wait until you hear about the number 1 nut. Almost nobody knows it's this dangerous, yet it's found in most healthy nut mixes. Before we begin, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from, your age, and which nuts do you eat every day, or do you avoid them? We're reading and replying to every comment, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Now let's get into the surprising truth about nuts for seniors, starting with the must-eat nuts that can literally add years to your life. Number 4. Pecans. Most people think of pecans as just a dessert topping or the main ingredient in a pie. But the truth is, pecans are one of nature's best-kept secrets for longevity and disease prevention, especially for people over 60. What sets pecans apart isn't just their rich, buttery flavor. It's the unique mix of plant sterols, vitamin E, and an army of antioxidants that go far beyond what's found in most other nuts. A landmark study published in the journal Nutrients found that older adults who ate just a small handful of pecans every day reduced their risk of dying from heart disease by up to 29%, a staggering number that puts them on par with some medications. Pecans contain a special group of antioxidants called flavonoids, which not only lower inflammation in your arteries, but also actually help repair the thin lining inside your blood vessels. Think of it like sending in a repair crew to patch up cracks and keep the blood flowing smoothly. This can dramatically lower your risk of blood clots, heart attacks, and even strokes. What's more, pecans have a very low glycemic index, which means they barely raise your blood sugar, making them a perfect snack for anyone with diabetes or prediabetes, a group that includes almost 2 out of every 3 seniors in the US. And because they're so rich in healthy fats, pecans help keep you feeling full and satisfied, which can actually help with weight control. If you're tired of bland snacks, try adding pecans to your oatmeal or yogurt in the morning, or mix them into homemade granola. For a savory twist, toss them with a pinch of smoked paprika and a splash of olive oil, then roast them in the oven until they're golden and fragrant. Every bite feels indulgent, but you're actually protecting your arteries, boosting your immune system, and even keeping your skin looking healthier and younger. Number 3. Walnuts. Walnuts are shaped like tiny brains for a reason. It seems because they're absolutely phenomenal for cognitive health in seniors. These wrinkled powerhouses contain the highest concentration of DHA omega-3 fatty acids of any nut, and DHA is essentially brain food for aging adults. Your brain is about 60% fat, and it needs the right kind of fat to function properly. As we age, our brains literally shrink, losing about 5% of their weight every decade after 40. The omega-3s in walnuts help combat this shrinkage by maintaining the flexibility of brain cell membranes, allowing nutrients to flow in and waste to flow out more efficiently. Research from UCLA showed that seniors who ate walnuts regularly scored significantly higher on cognitive tests, regardless of age, gender, or ethnicity. The secret lies in walnuts' ability to reduce brain inflammation, which is now recognized as a major factor in age-related cognitive decline and dementia. These omega-3s work like tiny firefighters in your brain, putting out the inflammatory fires that can lead to memory loss and confusion. But walnuts don't stop at brain health. They contain a compound called pedunculogen that your gut bacteria transform into rolathins, which are molecules that help your muscles stay strong as you age. This is crucial because after 60, we lose about 3% of our muscle mass every year, a condition called sarcopenia that leads to weakness, falls, and loss of independence. The sleep benefits of walnuts for seniors are particularly impressive. They're one of the few natural food sources of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Since melatonin production naturally decreases with age, many seniors struggle with insomnia or poor sleep quality. Eating a small handful of walnuts about an hour before bed can help improve both how quickly you fall asleep and the quality of that sleep. To get the best benefits, try chopping them up and sprinkling them over your morning yogurt or adding them to a spinach salad with a drizzle of olive oil. If you're sensitive to bitterness, toasting them lightly in a dry pan for a few minutes can bring out a nutty, almost buttery flavor that's incredibly satisfying without any added salt or sugar. For seniors who sometimes struggle with chewing, you can even soak walnuts overnight to soften them up. Number 2. Almonds. Almonds are one of the most popular nuts in the world and a true powerhouse for seniors who want to stay active and independent. They are absolutely packed with vitamin E, which is a fat-soluble antioxidant that acts like sunscreen for your cells. This powerful antioxidant specifically targets your skin, eyes, and immune system, three areas that typically show the most dramatic signs of aging. Studies have shown that seniors with higher vitamin E intake have a 25% lower risk of developing age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of blindness in older adults. The vitamin E in almonds also helps maintain the integrity of your cell membranes, essentially keeping your cells younger and more resilient. Eating just a small handful of almonds gives you about 48% of your daily vitamin E needs, and it comes in a natural, easy-to-absorb form, not from a pill or synthetic supplement. But wait, there's more. What truly sets almonds apart for seniors is their impact on blood sugar control. The combination of healthy fats, protein, and fiber creates a perfect storm for blood sugar stability. When you eat almonds, they slow down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, preventing those dangerous spikes and crashes that become more common and more harmful as we age. A study of seniors with prediabetes found that eating almonds daily improved insulin sensitivity by 20% over just 4 months. This blood sugar control extends to weight management too. Despite being calorie dense, almonds actually help seniors maintain a healthy weight because their protein and fiber content keeps you feeling full longer, reducing overall calorie intake throughout the day. Almonds are also great for your bones. They're one of the only nuts that contain significant calcium and magnesium, two minerals that keep your skeleton strong and help prevent osteoporosis. For a snack that actually fills you up, try roasting raw almonds in the oven with a sprinkle of cinnamon and just a touch of sea salt. Or if your teeth aren't what they used to be, almond butter is a creamy, delicious way to get all the benefits. Just spread it on whole grain toast or apple slices for a breakfast or snack that truly supports your health at every level. Number 1. Pistachios. Pistachios earn the top spot on our must-eat list because they offer a unique combination of benefits that specifically address the most pressing health concerns for seniors. These green gems contain the highest levels of potassium among all nuts, with 291 milligrams per ounce, which is crucial for managing blood pressure. High blood pressure affects nearly 70% of adults over 60, and it's often called the silent killer because it damages your arteries without any symptoms. The potassium in pistachios works like a natural pressure release valve for your blood vessels, counteracting the effects of sodium and helping your arteries relax. But pistachios' real superpower for seniors lies in their unique antioxidant profile. They're the only nut that contains significant amounts of lutein and zeaxanthin, which are the same antioxidants found in your eyes. These compounds accumulate in your retina and act like internal sunglasses, protecting your eyes from harmful blue light and oxidative damage. For seniors spending more time on computers and phones, this protection is invaluable. Studies show that people who consume high levels of lutein and zeaxanthin have a 40% lower risk of developing cataracts and age-related macular degeneration. The protein quality in pistachios is exceptional, containing all 9 essential amino acids in proportions that make them a complete protein source. This is rare in plant foods and particularly important for seniors who may struggle to get enough quality protein. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein, requiring up to 50% more than younger adults to maintain muscle mass. The amino acids in pistachios are readily absorbed and utilized by aging bodies, helping maintain muscle strength, immune function, and wound healing. Additionally, pistachios have the lowest calorie count among nuts, while still providing substantial nutrition, making them perfect for seniors who need nutrient density without excessive calories. Their natural portion control is built in too, since cracking open each shell naturally slows down consumption, giving your brain time to register fullness and preventing overeating. So, these were the best 4 nuts you must eat after 60. Now, let's reveal the 4 nuts every senior should avoid at all costs. Number 4. Macadamia nuts. At first glance, macadamias might seem harmless. They're luxurious, delicious, and found in everything from fancy trail mixes to high-end cookies. But here's the hidden danger. Macadamia nuts are one of the highest fat nuts you can buy, with a whopping 75% of their calories coming from pure fat. While they do contain some healthy monounsaturated fats, the issue is how they interact with older bodies, especially when eaten in excess. A little-known fact is that macadamias are also high in palmitic acid, a type of saturated fat that has been directly linked to raising LDL cholesterol levels, the kind that clogs arteries and sets the stage for heart attacks and strokes. Seniors are already more vulnerable to cholesterol buildup because their arteries naturally stiffen with age, making any extra cholesterol from foods much more dangerous. On top of that, macadamias are often sold roasted in oil or covered in chocolate, which piles on even more unhealthy fats and sugars. This combination can make blood thicker and stickier, increasing the risk of clots, a hidden danger for anyone over 60. Studies have also shown that high saturated fat intake can trigger silent inflammation in the body, making joint pain, memory issues, and even skin problems worse over time. While enjoying a few macadamias occasionally isn't the end of the world, making them a regular part of your snack routine can quietly erode your cardiovascular health, especially when there are so many better nut options out there. If you're craving something creamy and rich, try switching to pecans or walnuts, which give you that satisfying texture without the cholesterol hit. Number 3. Cashews. Cashews are another nut that often fools people into thinking they're a healthy choice, but for seniors, they come with serious risks that aren't always talked about. One of the biggest problems with cashews is their sky-high oxalate content. Oxalates are natural plant chemicals that, in large amounts, can build up in your kidneys and form stones, hard, painful clumps that can block urine flow and even lead to infections. Seniors are already at increased risk for kidney stones due to natural changes in the kidneys and dehydration, so piling on extra oxalates from cashews can quietly raise your risk even further. But that's not all. Cashews are surprisingly high in carbohydrates compared to other nuts, and those carbs can cause blood sugar to spike more than you might expect, especially when cashews are eaten on their own or in large quantities. For people over 60, who are more likely to be managing diabetes or prediabetes, these blood sugar swings can lead to dangerous lows and highs, fatigue, and brain fog. Many brands also roast their cashews in cheap vegetable oils, which are high in inflammatory omega-6 fats. Too much of these fats can worsen joint pain, contribute to chronic inflammation, and even disrupt your body's natural healing abilities. For those who deal with high blood pressure, cashews are often heavily salted, and the sodium can sneakily push your blood pressure even higher, raising the risk of strokes or heart attacks. Even unsalted cashews can be a hidden danger for those with kidney or heart issues, so it's best to enjoy them rarely, if at all, especially when there are safer, more beneficial nut choices to pick from. Number 2. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are often praised as a source of selenium, which is a mineral that your body needs in tiny amounts to keep your thyroid healthy and your immune system strong. Here's the problem. Brazil nuts don't just have a little selenium. They have more than 100 times the daily recommended amount in a single serving, sometimes over 500% of what your body needs. Seniors are especially vulnerable to selenium overload because as we age, our kidneys and liver can't process excess minerals as efficiently, meaning toxic buildup happens more easily. Chronic selenium poisoning, called selenosis, doesn't announce itself right away. It starts subtly with symptoms like chronic fatigue, hair loss, nausea, joint pain, and even memory problems. Symptoms that are easy to blame on getting older, but which can actually mean your body is quietly being poisoned. You might think, but I only eat a few at a time, yet the numbers are shocking. Just 2 Brazil nuts can provide your full day's dose of selenium, and eating more than 4 or 5 per day on a regular basis is considered potentially toxic for most adults, especially seniors. The radiation content in Brazil nuts is another shocking fact that most people don't know about. Brazil nut trees absorb radium from the soil, making these nuts up to 1,000 times more radioactive than other foods. While the levels aren't immediately dangerous, regular consumption leads to accumulation in your bones, where radium replaces calcium. For seniors already dealing with osteoporosis or bone density issues, this radioactive accumulation accelerates bone deterioration and increases fracture risk. Studies have found that people who regularly eat Brazil nuts have measurable increases in radiation exposure, something no senior should risk given the increased cancer susceptibility that comes with age. Number 1. Peanuts. Peanuts top our danger list because they're not even real nuts, they're legumes, and this biological difference makes them uniquely harmful for seniors. Peanuts contain some of the highest levels of aflatoxins among all foods. These are cancer-causing compounds produced by mold that grows on peanuts during storage. While younger adults can typically detoxify small amounts of aflatoxins, seniors' liver function declines with age, making them far more susceptible to aflatoxin accumulation. Long-term exposure to aflatoxins, even in small amounts, significantly increases the risk of liver cancer, and the risk multiplies if you have any existing liver conditions or regularly consume alcohol. Studies have shown that seniors who eat peanuts regularly have up to 60% higher levels of aflatoxin biomarkers in their blood compared to those who avoid them. The inflammatory response triggered by peanuts in older adults is nothing short of alarming. Peanuts contain multiple inflammatory compounds, including lectins and omega-6 fatty acids in problematic ratios. For seniors whose baseline inflammation levels are already elevated due to aging, a phenomenon called inflammaging, adding peanuts to the diet is like pouring gasoline on a fire. This inflammation doesn't just cause joint pain and stiffness, it accelerates every aspect of aging, from cognitive decline to cardiovascular disease. Research has shown that seniors who eliminate peanuts from their diet experience significant reductions in inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6 within just 4 weeks. The most dangerous aspect of peanuts for seniors is their allergen profile combined with medication interactions. Peanut allergies can develop at any age, and new-onset peanut allergies in seniors are increasingly common, but often go undiagnosed because symptoms can be subtle and mimic other age-related conditions. These reactions can range from digestive issues and skin problems to difficulty breathing and anaphylaxis. Even more concerning, peanuts interfere with numerous medications commonly prescribed to seniors, including blood thinners, ACE inhibitors, and certain antidepressants. The proteins in peanuts can bind to these medications in your digestive tract, reducing their effectiveness and potentially leading to dangerous health consequences. For seniors taking multiple medications, which includes about 90% of adults over 65, adding peanuts to the mix creates an unpredictable and potentially life-threatening situation. The combination of aflatoxin exposure, inflammatory response, allergy risk, and medication interference makes peanuts the absolute worst choice for anyone over 60. So, as you've seen, not all nuts are created equal, especially when it comes to senior health. Think about how these small choices add up. Every handful of nuts is a decision about your future. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you noticed any changes in your health after switching up your nut choices? Did any of the never-touched nuts surprise you? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.